Zixia left the gathering of gods and walked alone towards a corner of the heavenly realm. She returned to the edge of that cloud. She heard the voice say, "Wait here for me. Old Sun will be back soon." Zixia thought, "I've waited 500 years, but he doesn't need me to wait any longer." As she turned around, he vanished from the world. Gazing at the sea of clouds for a long time, she finally made up her mind and turned her head. A familiar voice said, "Little girl, crying again by yourself?" A pair of eyes were smiling at her. It was Sun Wukong. Sun Wukong stood there as if he had never left in these 500 years. He was still munching on a peach, his smile unchanged from 500 years ago, untouched by the passage of time. Zixia stared at him for a while and asked, "Sun Wukong?" Sun Wukong replied, asking knowingly. Zixia continued, "Do you remember who I am?" Sun Wukong laughed and said, "Aren't you a Yao?" "Haha, are you angry? Does it matter if I got the name wrong? Does it matter who you are?" Zixia asked again, "Weren't you going to the Western Heaven?" Sun Wukong laughed loudly. "Western Heaven? Haha, where is that? If I feel like it, I'll flip the sky over and make it the Western Heaven." Zixia continued, "Weren't you captured after causing chaos in the Lingxiao Hall?" Sun Wukong laughed heartily. "Ha ha ha, since I was reborn in the alchemy furnace 500 years ago, I've never been caught." Zixia suddenly felt her heart in turmoil, the memories of 500 years now in chaos. What was real and what was false? Had Sun Wukong really died? Were the words he spoke to her real, or just her imagination? Had that skeletal hand really held the purple scarf? Sun Wukong looked around the heavenly realm. 500 years, 500 years. It's still so gloomy and suffocating here. I need to open a skylight for some fresh air. With a stretch of his hand, the golden banded staff transformed into a beam of golden light piercing the sky. Boom! The heavenly palace shook. A large hole was torn in the sky, and fire flowed down, setting the horizon ablaze. Zixia was stunned. Since Nuwa mended the sky, it had never been torn apart. Sun Wukong laughed wildly. "Fresh air. Such fresh air. Like the sea breeze by the flower fruit mountain. Haha. Zixia. Smell it!" Zixia exclaimed. "Sun Wukong, you're mad. Such a disaster will befall the 3 realms." Sun Wukong roared. "Ha ha ha ha. Such a broken sky and rotten earth. Let it burn." Suddenly, he hugged his head and sobbed. "Fire! Don't burn my flower fruit mountain." He seemed to be going insane. When he looked up again, Zixia saw that Sun Wukong's eyes were reflected red by the fire. His expression. On the other side, the celestial beings in the heavenly palace were in chaos, shouting to the heavens. "Tai Bai, what happened? It must be Lao Jun not watching the furnace. Look, it's on fire, just like when that monkey was reborn 500 years ago." "It's not me." The gods looked at the sky and screamed. "Sun Wukong, Zixia, Zixia, Sun Wukong, Zixia, Sun Wukong. Question mark. Exclamation point. Who? Dot. Question mark.